the latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Those who are liking, sharing, commenting, I say thank you. Ecowas is launching their 50th anniversary in Accra, Ghana. And we know, as usual, the democratic elected ones will be there to give us nothing but talks. But the youth in Ghana sent a strong message to us, the youth, and to the leaders as well. These youths are backing Captain Ibrahim Traore because now we know who a true leader is. They're asking us to rise up. How can we have all these mineral resources, yet we are hungry? How can we concentrate on feeding those outside of the continent while the people are hungry? That we have slept for a very long time, and this is the time for us all to rise up. We should arise and defend that which is ours. The time for concentrating on the people outside of the continent should be over. We cannot be hungry any longer. We cannot allow those who are sitting outside of the continent to be full, and when we get to them, they treat us as if we are nothing, but everything depends on the African. And the leaders, they are telling them to be leaders and not to disappoint us. They should also rise up and make sure that the mandate that the people kept in their hands, they use it rightfully. And these people, as they are meeting, invited Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso to the anniversary. But the expose that came out, we know that Ivory Coast is part. Ivory Coast is a place, according to the security minister of Burkina Faso, is where they are hiding. These plotters are hiding. So when will we unite?
Today, we explore our shared history to build our community, and we ask ourselves the question: what do you tell the people who cradled humanity's birth and civilization? Once stood tall in pride, confident in self, invincible in will, but now crouching in the wilderness of despair. You tell them to remember who they were, what they lost, how they lost. You tell them to reclaim their lost glory. The clues are written in ancient hieroglyphics. They must find the Piperi floating in the Nile and the Euphrates. They must journey to the mystic cities of Kush, Kemet, and Askum, through the ivory cities of Mogadishu, Mombasa, Zanzibar, through the stone walls of great Zimbabwe. They must journey through the golden empires of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. They must find the sacred scrolls buried in the libraries of Timbuktu. You must inspire in them a will to reclaim their destiny. Wakati umefika. Rise, children of the land, rise. You who have given so much of yourself to the world, you who have had so much of yourself snatched by the world, but yet you who still have so much of you that still remains. Rise, children of the land, rise to reclaim your glory. And what do we tell the leaders? Don't fail. President Mahama, don't fail. President Bouaki, don't fail. To every single African leader here, don't fail. To every single West African leader across our community, don't fail. Because the youth are hungry for inspiration. They do not want to continue to travel across the impossible Sahara in search of the greener pastures beyond the Mediterranean. They want to make it right here in their own motherlands. And so, from every single youth across every single country of West Africa, our message today is simple. To all of us, leaders and people, chiefs and politicians, bankers and artists and doctors and artisans, all of us in West Africa, don't fail! Ladies and gentlemen, just as how these West African lands sprouted some of the greatest empires of the ancient world, we believe that from West Africa could come and will come some of the greatest nations of our modern world if we all come together to work for our inspiration. This has been a Mansa World experience.
unshaken.
Rise, O Mali, hear the lions roar. Soon the earth will stand unshaking. Son of Morgan, child of prophecy, once mountain weakness comfort into glory.
Justice rising to let you know. Beneath his reign, money rises
Oh, Mali, Akasiraraben, Sunyataketayen, Warapamasakekemani, Mali, Akasiraraben, Sunyataketayen, Warapamasakekemani, Rimenewebo, Sunyataketayen, Lion King of Mali.
Harvest tears from laughter's eyes, how we even sow some joy in sorrow's deepest soul. We are dancer and the dance. In the space between the drums in us, you will feel unfold the endless saga of ancestral time. We are dancer and the dance. There is a journey we all must make into our past in order to come to terms with our future.
For how long will we continue to sing the songs of unity? This is a message that they were passing to the leaders. But these leaders, as we know, will always go and sit in their meetings, speak, and that ends it. Agenda 2060, 2030, 2040, by then they are no longer with us. The African leader will never do anything for the citizens that are hungry today. All they think about is the future, because they know by that time they are not there. And the ones that are coming will continue with that legacy. And that has brought us to this point. Yellow Papa has always had everything of the African. They are able to feed themselves. And when we get there, these people always tell us how hungry we are. They look down upon us. Yet, we are the ones that are feeding them. The youth, they are asking us to rise up. If there is anybody that can fight for a better Africa, it is you and I. These ones that we've kept our trust in them. That's why at the end of the day, they tell us that whatever they said was a political talk. Democratic elected will always give us speech. We have only one Africa, regardless of whichever region you find yourself. Africa is one, and that is what these people see us. When you go, they don't know whether you are from Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, wherever. All that they know is you are from Africa. You are an African and nothing more. This colonial what have you was imposed on us, but our leaders are still keeping them. So the message, even though they have heard they were there, we always sing these messages as songs into their ears, yet they don't yield any result. That should tell you that if we truly want the future to be better, because by then they wouldn't be there, it is you and I that can fight for that future. It is you and I that can bring that change in Africa. We are never poor. And that notion of poverty and Africa is poor and we depend on this yellow pawpaw should be a thing of the past. They have succeeded in brainwashing us in every angle, making us believe whatsoever that they say. They have rewritten everything to suit themselves. But this is information era. We should be able to feed ourselves with the right information to be able to decolonize ourselves. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. Even though they were calling on the leaders, we know these ones are gatekeepers, and they can never give us anything good under the systems created by the oppressor. If truly Africa wants to be a better place for its people, it has to do away with everything that was given to us by the oppressor, because these systems are created to their benefit. If it was good, they wouldn't have given it to us. These ones are practicing human rights, yet they are imposing democracy on us. Are we not a people of our own? Why should we still sit here and be a hindrance to our own leaders who have risen, having the courage that we do not have to fight? After that, we sit down and say, we are one people. We have to unite. Under what circumstances do we want to unite? And what is unity if we cannot be our brothers' keepers? Must the African continue to go hungry so that Yellow Papa will be satisfied? And when we get there, they treat us bad? Even you, those who are gatekeepers, we have to rise up. They know what we, the youth, want most, so they always make sure they create it to feed us. It is high time we stop listening and doing the things that wouldn't bring any profit to us. The time of singing and dancing, as they describe as merrymaking, should be over now. Africa is at a very critical stage, and we all have to rise up. We can't always say we support Captain Ibrahim Traore behind our phones when we ourselves are not doing everything possible to support him. If we keep dancing and not feeding ourselves with the right information to be able to change our mindset to do something good for the continent, we will never get anywhere. We are not supporting Captain Ibrahim Traore. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Ghana.